So what you got, this is probably going to be one of the easiest struts that you can replace on a vehicle. If you go with the quick strut type, which is the hose strut assembly, it comes with the spring. I'll show you that here in a minute. But basically all you got, once you jack the vehicle up, is you got this lower bolt here. It's a 19 millimeter that you're going to pop out of there. And then you've got the 3 bolts up here, not the center one, but the smaller ones. They look about maybe 14 or 15 millimeter. So you're just going to knock those 3 out, and that hose strut's going to pop right out of there. So let me show you that. Okay, so I'm going to come around from the back side, because that's the side the nut's on. Then I'm just going to back it up with a wrench. And we're going to pull that loose. And then, let me get the right socket here. Yeah, the top is 14 mil. Now I'll rearrange the camera here in just a second. Right, let me see if I can. I'm gonna have to get my ratchet. Find that in a minute. Okay, so I got the top out. We're going to knock this bottom bolt out, hopefully. I'm just going to spin it and see if it'll kind of drive itself out. As soon as I get air hooked up. And there you go. Now that was with air tools. I would say total time was probably 5 minutes to get that out. And what I've got for the new ones are the complete strut assembly. So let me get these out. We'll compare them, make sure they're the same ones, and then get them put in. Okay, got the new one out, and it looks identical in the factory one. So we should be good there. So yes, let's get it put in. Okay, when you put these in, you just got to line up these 3 studs. Which, if the light's not right, doesn't tend to help. Okay. There we go. So I got two of them. Two of the nuts started. The bottom should drop right in place. They should have these clocked right. If you see where the end of the spring is, you know, it's coming straight out toward the rotor. So make sure that you've got that in right, because you can put this top plate in any one of three ways and the bottom here is not going to want to line up. So you don't want that. Come on now. Now you may have to push down on the control arm pretty good to get the bolt to go all the way in. So you got to do that, do that. Okay. Three bolts on top, one bolt on bottom. No alignment necessary. You don't have to do an alignment on this style suspension whenever you replace the front strut. You didn't disturb any of the alignment geometry. And that's it. Probably the quickest, easiest, and fastest strut I've ever done. Remember, this is considered a quick strut or a strut assembly. You can also buy the bare strut, where you'd have to compress your factory spring, take the spring bearing hub off up top, swap that around. You can do that if you want to save, you know, 20 bucks a strut or whatever. These things are probably about $20 more on average, you know, maybe 30. But trust me, it's going to be a big time saver. So anyway, that's all there is to a strut on a 2012 and probably many other year model Armadas. This is the Platinum Edition, but the front suspension should be pretty much the same. Some of these are four-wheel drive, but it should be the same. The strut assembly is a different part number for the four-wheel drive or the all-wheel drive. It's probably just a little stiffer spring, and you probably got a little bit more ride height, is my guess. I'm not sure. But make sure that whenever you're getting these, that you know whether or not yours is all-wheel drive or just rear-wheel drive only. Anyway, you guys take care.